If you've been thinking about getting into lasers for the first time, or maybe you're ready to move on from your open frame diode laser that's starting to feel a bit limited, the Wecreat Vision Pro 45 watt might be exactly what you're looking for. It's got the power to handle some serious projects, yet its enclosed design keeps everything clean and safe, and best of all, it offers a workflow that's simple enough for just about anyone to use. But does it actually perform in a workshop? I've been testing it out on a few projects, and in this video I'll show you exactly what it can do and whether it's worth you spending your money or not. Let's get going. So Wecreat popped up on the scene a couple of years ago with the Wecreat Vision, and it was a great diode laser because at a time when most people were still using open frame, fairly dangerous lasers, Wecreat introduced an enclosed laser, and it was class 1, which meant it was very safe. In addition to that, it also had a fantastic camera, autofocus, which was fairly unheard of at the time, and instead of relying on a fairly complex tool like Lightburn, they created their own Wecreat Make It software, and that allowed people who'd never seen a laser before to take a Vision out of a box, plug it in, drop a piece of material in, and in 20 minutes from plugging it in, they could have a project created, and that was fairly unheard of at the time. Well, Wecreat is back, and they have a new flagship laser, the Wecreat Vision Pro, and what makes it a Pro is it has a bigger diode laser module, so 45 watts instead of 40. Now, you might think that's not that exciting, but the way they stack the diodes in this laser means that the laser spot size is a whole lot smaller even than the 40 watt laser. We're talking, something akin to a 5 watt laser. So it's 0.08 by 0.08 millimeters, which means this thing is going to engrave amazingly well. It's also going to cut like a 60 watt because you've got all that energy in a much smaller spot size. The work area here, the usable work area, is bigger than the original Vision. It's 500 millimeters by 300 millimeters, so you can put bigger sheets in the work area. Of course, it's still got autofocus, it's still got the great camera, and they still provide Wecreat Make It, which has improved drastically from the last time I used it. There's a whole lot more capability here. You can, of course, still use Lightburn, but honestly, I would say if you've got a Wecreat and you have Make It, don't bother with Lightburn. It's just going to complicate your life. You can, as far as accessories go, you can get a rotary, the conveyor, and they still have the 2 watt IR module for this. So with all of that now in place, I decided to do a bit of cut testing here, and I started with a material test in Lightburn. And you can see the results here. I wanted to compare this to something else. I had the iCure 48 watt. Now, Wecreat claims this is a 60 watt comparable laser. You can see it's definitely better than the 48 watt. It probably is a bit ambitious to say it cuts like a 60, but it does a really good job. And I use this to cut out some blanks that I'm going to use for some of the samples I'm going to show you here in a second. All in all, cutting is great. And with all my materials prepared, I moved over into just general engraving of some wood, and I showed you this penguin I cut out at the beginning of this video. What I wanted to show you here is the edges. The edges are just exceptionally clean, so the cutting was actually really good. And then I did some image engraving, and I did the lighthouse image I use a lot, and it came out okay the first attempt. This was with default settings. But I thought it was a little light, so I amped up the power a bit and maybe went a little too far, but the output of the image definitely looks better with a little more power. So that came out really well as well. Now, just for fun, I did a 3D coin image. This is actually a height map that I took and just printed on a piece of plywood with the Wecreat. And it looks great. It's actually got a 3D look to it. It feels kind of 3D actually, so I'm really impressed with this. So now I'll move over to stainless steel. I did a couple of things here just to show you. This first one is just a stainless steel business card, and I used the default settings, and this was a color PNG image, so the Make It software is doing some kind of interpretation here on grayscale, and it came out okay. It's actually had a lot of power, so it actually dented this card or flexed it a bit, but it came out all right. But then I went a little more aggressive, and I did this bottle opener, and you can see it's much darker, so it can actually do really dark engraving. It's just that first attempt I didn't do it very well. So I think you're going to be happy if you're doing stainless steel, maybe keychains or something. This laser will certainly handle the situation for you. Then I moved on to acrylic, and I wanted to do something a little more substantial here. So I went out to the patent database and I found my favorite water pistol image. And this started from a pretty bad image, so all I can say is that Wecreat Vision Pro faithfully reproduced this. But you can see in this rough image, the detail on the text and the drawing is actually pretty good. So, but you can see on the end there with the handle, it's just kind of missing. That was actually missing on the PDF file as well. So, I think. Acrylic is one of my favorite materials, and I think if you like using acrylic, you're going to be able to do interesting things here as well. So leather's another common material. A lot of people use it. It's not one of my favorites to use just because it smells bad, but I did a couple of patches here. The first one is just a hat badge with actual real leather, and you can see the engraving there. And again, I'm just using the default settings that make it. It came out not bad. Looks pretty good. Probably a little more aggressive than I needed. And then I used this dual layer faux leather. So when you engrave it, it's actually silver underneath, and I like the image. It's nice and crisp. And the last material I'm going to show you here is slate, in the form of a slate coaster. Now everybody starts with slate coasters, so this is a beginner laser, so you're probably going to do this too. And I engraved this slate coaster and put my channel logo on it, and you can see it looks really crisp. And this is probably the best coaster, a slate coaster I've ever engraved. It looks fantastic. Ease of use is one of the pillars of Wecreat's success. They've made their lasers as simple to use as possible, I think. And the way they achieve that is with their own software called Wecreat Make It. Now, Make It it's much like any other laser software. It's kind of like Lightburn, but it's much easier to use. You could also use Lightburn here if you want. You can install their driver and get complete compatibility with Lightburn, except for their embedded camera, and that's a big one for me. So I just tend to use Make It. And Make It, when you start it up, is it's basically a dashboard. So you have a bunch of laser designs that you can start with, or you can start with a new project and connect to your laser. When you see the green light there, you're connected, and at this point you can just drag in a design. You can pick it up, move it around. You can do whatever you want with it. Then you can pick some material. In this case, I'll pick that dark material, 3mm. And in this case, I'll select a cut because I want to cut this out. But if I were to say I want this to be an engrave, I can then do that. Now, usually people will say, well, what are the settings? Well, here you can actually pick the settings for that material that you chose out of their library, and this makes them really unique. And you can literally just click on those squares and get the shade of engraving that you want. And when you're happy with it, off you go. But in this case, I'm actually going to do a cut. And at this point, I select cut. The settings were already set for me by virtue of picking the material, and I send it off to the laser, and in seconds I'll have my penguin cut out, and you saw it there at the beginning. Alright, I wanted to quickly summarize here on this Wecreat Vision Pro. Overall, I really like this laser. I think it's got great value for the money. The build quality is fantastic on this, both compared to previous generations of the Vision, as well as lasers in the industry in general. Everything here seems top-notch. The bigger workspace you're going to like. And I didn't talk about it, but there's an improved rotary. Mine came with a rotary, and I just didn't have time to cover it. It has a new chuck design, which is designed to hold tumblers better, and I think it's going to be the benchmark that other rotaries for other companies get measured by. So it's great, and I'm happy to show it to you if you're interested. Now, I do want to cover the pros and cons here. There were definitely some things they did well. The ease of use here is exceptional. Between the laser being fully assembled and the Make It software, you can get this thing up and running in 10 minutes, and you'll be engraving or cutting a piece of material. And you can do that even if you haven't seen a laser before. So it's pretty easy. The camera, I continue to rave about Wecreat's cameras. This thing is sub-millimeter accuracy. So if you want to put your name on a bunch of toothpicks, you could certainly do that with this laser. And in spite of the fact that they have their easy-to-use Make It software, if you do want to use Lightburn, there's a Lightburn integration that works basically at, I'll say, 99% of the functionality here. What it doesn't have is the camera, and that's unfortunate because I would give up Lightburn in a second to use that camera. It just works so much better than any other positioning camera I've seen. Now, on the con side, there were a couple of issues that are really serious and one that's just annoying. I use a Mac computer in my shop, and I ran into a bunch of problems here. When I plugged the laser in, it didn't recognize the USB. I was getting spurious crashes in Make It when I was running it. Now, I ran all of this on Lightburn on the same computer, and USB was recognized instantly. I installed the driver, and I was able to run projects in Lightburn. So there's an issue on the Mac with the Make It software. It just didn't connect properly. It worked fine over Wi-Fi, but that meant I had to plug everything into my Windows machine and configure the Wi-Fi over there and then move it back over to my Mac. So the Windows machine, if you're running Windows, it worked flawlessly. But there were a couple of issues on the Mac. I did send them all to Wecreat, and hopefully they can resolve some of this. The next thing is the crumb tray. Clearly they use the same crumb tray that they had in the Wecreat Vision because it's a little too small. So when you remove it or put it back in, you actually have to lift the front of the laser up and get your fingers in under there to grab the handle. I came up with a hacky solution to this. I went over to my material scrap bin and I grabbed a little piece of plastic and made a little extension handle. It works okay, but really I think this was kind of a terrible design. And I think they could fix that. Finally, the workspace here might be a little too small for some projects, and because it's enclosed, it might cause you a few problems. It's not like an open frame where you can plunk it on top of a big piece of material and engrave anywhere you want. So keep all of that in mind. So overall, I think this Wecreat Vision is a great laser, especially if it's your first time laser. The extra power of that 45 watt laser in the bigger workspace just make a huge difference. I'm going to keep this in my shop for a while and put it through some real projects to see how it performs. And I'll post something to my community tab if I run into any issues. So make sure you click the bell down there. And also, if you want to compare this to the original Wecreat Vision, then click this video up here and go watch that one. And I will put an affiliate link in the description down below. If you are going to buy one of these, please use that link. It won't cost you a dime, but it'll help out the channel. And I'll wind down here and say get out there, make your world, and I'll see you next time.